again, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade? Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today's video is another episode of #Friday Sews. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. As always, thank you so much to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting #Friday Sews and allowing all of us to jump on board with that hashtag and spend some of our Friday chatting with you all about what we've been sewing, what we hope to sew, and a little bit about life in between. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to get to know you better and welcome you into the sewing community. And thank you so much to each one of my friends who are tuning in again today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Friday to spend a little bit of it with me. It means so much to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content and leave a comment down below. I love catching up with your week. Were you sewing or did you not get very much time to sew this week? Let me know down below in the comment section. I love chatting with you guys. So I am super excited to be talking with you guys today. I don't know, I'm just in a really good mood. Last week, was kind of hard. We had a little bit of a disappointment in the sewing room if you watched last week's Friday Sews, but this week, we had a really good sewing week. So I'm almost to the point of embarrassment level of sharing this pattern with you, y'all, because I've just made it so much, but it is such a good pattern. So let's just get into it. Let's just get into what I made this week. This is my beautiful new version of the Simplicity 9240. Like I said, I have made so many of these. This is my third personal version of this pattern. I've made 3 more for family members. And why I keep sharing this pattern with you all is because fabric makes such a difference in any pattern. You can make a pattern 10 times with 10 different fabric types and it turn out 10 different ways. So I'm still gonna keep sharing these with you and showing you how my versions turn out depending on what fabric choice that I use. I did show y'all this fabric last week. This is a legit sweatshirt fabric. I would call it a sweatshirt knit fabric. I found it at Joann's. I'm not sure when I found it. It might have been in the summer. I found it on the 60% off clearance section. So I picked up 2.5 yards of this. I did use all 2.5 yards for my size of this pattern. I make the largest size, the extra large. I've done a lot of reviews on this. I do feel like this pattern is quite oversized. The extra large turns kind of into something of a 2X in my opinion. I love making that size. I did make a few adjustments. You can go back through my videos if you want to see a full review. But this is that 9240 in a sweatshirt fabric. Gorgeous, really gorgeous. The neckband did really good. It does have those raglan sleeves that I love. This sweatshirt fabric has a fuzzy lining. I did show that to y'all last week. I love that fuzzy lining. Very cozy, very perfect for these winter months. And I just love how it comes together. It's very fast. One of those that goes together very quickly, but then the more that you make it, it goes together even more quickly. So wonderful pattern. I won't talk about it a ton because I know that I do talk about that pattern all the time, but highly recommend, highly recommend that Simplicity pattern. I also had a lot of fun cutting up and preparing several versions of the Ellie and Mac Grow With Me pajamas. I had plans to sew up 2 new pairs for my little girl, Addie. She is 3 years old and needing to size up. I showed y'all some fabric last week and I did cut those up into pajamas for her. But as I was playing in my stash and looking through my fabric, fabrics, I also discovered some really cute boyish kind of fabrics, and my little nephew is going to be turning one of my nephews, my youngest nephew, will be turning 1 in February. So I wanted to sew him up some Grow With Me pajamas as well and see how his mama likes them and how he likes wearing them. So I am excited to sew for a little boy. I never get to do that, but I did have some boyish fabrics in my stash. These are scraps or what's left over on the bolt that I'm going to show you. The first one is a really cute camo print. All of these came from Joann's. This is their jersey. I think it's cotton jersey from their pop line, that section that has a lot of juvenile prints that I love to get all of my brightly colored fabric from. This is a really pretty camo fabric. And then this one has little darling bears on it. Really cute, very soft, very snuggly. So I've cut him out 2 pairs of the Grow With Me pajamas as well in the size 18 to 24 months. So I hope those fit him. I hope they fit him for many months to come as that pattern tries to grow with them. So I am excited to sew up those Grow With Me pajamas. I've only cut them out at this point. I haven't started sewing them up because I have a really fun event that I am heading off to actually this weekend. So as you're watching this on Friday, I'm already there having a great time with friends. I am headed to a sewing retreat. I'm so excited. This one is where we go to a little town in Illinois. There is a retreat center attached to a quilt shop over there in Illinois, and we stay at the retreat center. So I'm going to be gone for 3 nights from my family. It's going to be a little tough to say goodbye to them, but I'm so excited to sew with my friends. So that's my mom's group of quilters. I've mentioned them before. I've featured them a couple times on my channel here. They kind of adopted me and allowed me to tag along with their little ladies group. So I'm really excited. So let me share some of the projects that I'm taking with me. So if you've been on a quilting retreat or a sewing retreat, you know that the cardinal rule is over prepare with your projects. You don't want to get bored. You don't want to run out of things to do. Now this retreat center, like I said, is attached to a quilt store. So in theory, I could go over to the quilt store and find a new project, but I am in the middle of a buying ban, so no new fabrics or patterns from that quilt store. So I'm taking a lot of things to work on. So let me share those with you real quick. Disclaimer before I get started, there is no possible way that I'm going to get all of these projects done. These are just things to have in the wing if I need something different to work on or if I run out of steam on one project. The big things that I want to work on are a couple quilts. Now, I do love my garment sewing. Garment sewing has taken over my life. It's where my love of sewing definitely lies, but I have some quilts in progress, and that's really what I want to focus on this sewing retreat. So I'm leaving the serger at home. I'm leaving my serger at home, which kind of draws a line in the sand for me that says, no garment sewing this weekend, only quilts. So the first one that I must be working on is Josh's Gatlinburg quilt. I've shown you this panel before. This is what the quilt is going to be stemmed around. I bought this panel quite a while ago. It has a lot of cute little scenes from the Smoky Mountains. The Great Smoky Mountains in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We love to vacation there. We went on our honeymoon there. So my husband loves that location. We love that kind of area. So I do have this quilt going. I've talked about this a lot on my channel. It needs to get done. It was supposed to be done for last Christmas for Josh, and alas, I just didn't focus in on it again. I got distracted by garment sewing. So this is my #1 project for the weekend. If I do get this project done, if I make all my little bear claw blocks, which I'll show you one of those. I have a couple of them done. Here's my little bear claws. They'll make the border around the panel. if I can get all that done, then I can move on to one of these other projects. So let me show you what else I'm taking along. I'm also taking another UFO work in progress quilt. This one I had hanging up on the wall in my old sewing room. So if you remember the design wall that I had there by my ironing board in my old sewing room in our old house, you will recognize this quilt. This is called Breezy Batiks. This is a free pattern on the Moda website. I just printed out the instructions. I'm not using batiks, I am using Kona solids for this quilt. So it's a beautiful star pattern. I have several blocks done already and I need to make a few more to make this quilt here. So this is the other quilt project that I'm taking with me, the other big quilt project that I'm taking along this weekend. Another project that I really want to get done for myself this weekend is a pillowcase for myself. Now, in my plans for Christmas, in that video that I put out in November, I had talked about making a pillowcase that had no openings on either side. We had talked a lot about my husband not liking the openings on the sides of pillowcases. He didn't want to be able to put his hand through and fill the pillow. And so many of you suggested a envelope style pillowcase for my husband. So I have never seen one that was long like a regular bed pillow, but I found one. I talked about that on a Friday Sews. I think I have forgotten to update y'all on whether or not Josh loves those pillows. Here's one. He loves them. He adores this style of pillow. So thank you to everyone. And there were so many of you that suggested the envelope style pillow with the flap here in the back. Excellent choice, excellent suggestion. Thank you so much. So I want to make one for myself. So I've already cut out the lengths that I need. Here's the fabric that I'm going to use. This is just 100% cotton from Hobby Lobby. Found it in my stash on a bolt. I had plenty to make my pillowcase. I hope to get that done this weekend. Okay, the rest of these projects that I'm going to rapid fire show you are literally ones that I just pulled off my Calyx unit and I thought, you know what, if I get done with everything and I'm bored, I'll reach for it. So the first one is a really cute backpack pattern. This is called On The Go Backpack by Heather Bailey Sewing Patterns. It looks like I purchased this as a kit, but I know that I've purchased this one from a quilt store, and I believe these fabrics are from Joann's. My sister and I had plans to sew up this backpack together to make a version for her and a version for me, and we just never accomplished that. So I'm taking this along. I think Addie would love that little backpack there, and it's an option. The next pattern that I'm taking along is this one. I have made this one before. I love this Peacekeeper bag. I use it for my cross stitch when I'm taking it camping or on vacation or something. It keeps all my cross stitch little pieces together. This is a by Annie bag, Peacekeeper project bag, and I have some really beautiful fabrics that I'm going to use for this. Again, probably not going to happen this weekend. It's one of those extra projects, but I do have this kitted up and ready for someday. And then the rest of the things that I'm bringing are for Addie. These are panels. I've shown y'all these before. This one is the little doll house. It's a once upon a time doll house. Let me show you there we go. Right up there is what it looks like. So it's like a bag that she can have for a little castle for her dolls. These are the dolls that I was going to make for her for Christmas. Didn't get that done. There's the little doll. So I'm taking that along, that panel along. Panels are a good idea because for the most part, what you need is in the panel, so you don't need too many extras. If I do need something extra, I'll have to wait and do that here at home because like I said, I'm not purchasing anything. And then I'm also taking the cute little horse panel. It comes with a stable and all those cute little horses. So that's the other projects that I'm taking along, like I said, in case I get bored and finish my quilt projects. Before I say goodbye for this #Friday Sews, I do want to just highlight a free new pattern from one of my favorite pattern companies. Styla and Little Lizard King have come out with a free hoodie. It's S-A-L-L-A, Sala, I'm not sure how to say it. But it is free and it's super cute. I will definitely link it down below and pop some pictures up here. Really cute for color blocking. I purchased all 3 sizes. It comes in baby, child, and adult sizes. Their company has a wide variety of sizes, very size inclusive. So if you love hoodies, you might want to add this free pattern into your stash. And that's going to do it for this #FridaySews video. I will be vlogging this weekend while I'm at Quilt Retreat. I'll be taking some videos here and there and maybe put it all together into a vlog and show you how our sewing retreat goes. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below in the comment section if you've ever been to a sewing retreat like I'm getting ready to go to, or what you're up to this weekend. I love chatting with you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.